Good morning and welcome to Operation Empty Hydra. This is a light abduction
This is Big Sky.
somewhere in the world.
Requesting authorization to deploy.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage.
I really should have checked where in the world this is. You know, instead of checking where in the world 8 of our absolute best soldiers were flying to, which you might feel is something important for a commander to actually know, what I was doing instead was checking how to zoom in and out of the interface. I've written it down on a little notepad. Here we go. The keys are T and G for those of you playing along at home. There we go. We can even... It's a shame about this kind of interface stuff staying on. And I've just zoomed us into oblivion. And I've turned off the... There we go. It's all fine. So anyway, this is a particularly unusual map we've landed on. If it's not the longest... In fact, I'll scroll along it. If it's not the longest abduction map you can get in Long War, it will certainly feel like it. It does to me. This is the map used for the second DLC mission in the Progeny DLC. The first Progeny mission was Operation Portent that we played like 20 episodes ago. And that was the one where we rescued the sole survivor of an attack on a French military convoy. Well, you can kind of see the point in the next mission. So anyway, but this isn't the story mission yet. I've actually checked what triggers that story mission, and it could still be ages before we get it. So this is more of a long time coming dress rehearsal. Because as you can see, the Sky Ranger is down here. We'd usually start down here. The start point for the story mission is down here. And then we are to reach this area down here. Well, we're playing it in reverse. I've never actually played this map in reverse. It's going to be reasonably interesting to me. So anyway, for this dress rehearsal, our actors, or really I should be saying our actresses, are all the way up the other end. So like, even before I started recording this, I wanted to call this episode like Seven Sisters, or maybe like Flight of the Valkyries or something, but we'll see how the mission goes first, because we have 7 lovely ladies on the team, and then one man, the Septic, owned you. So, this mission, the tactics are really simple. It can still be quite difficult, because as you can see, this tower's up here. You put a sniper with squad sight in here, and it covers literally the whole map. That doesn't necessarily work in the story mission, because in the story mission you're timed, and the aliens are trying to blow up the dam. As you can see, all these cracks along the dam. But you know, that's just normal wear and tear cracks at the moment. We don't have to worry about the dam collapsing under our feet. We are in no hurry whatsoever. We can just... Our only hurry at the moment is for meld. So Darth Lurtz would just sit up there, snipe the rest of the map, disable anything big we come across. So, moving on up.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ardus doesn't have his battle scanners yet. Who does? Mello does.
Moving to position.
There's quite a lot of hard cover, which I don't really think looks like hard cover. Like this car, looks destroyed, looks like half cover, but no, full cover, so Mello wouldn't actually be able to see around that corner. She can still lob a battle scanner up there, though. And we might as well. I'm not used to the geometry of most XCOM maps anyway, because I don't actually play that much. We see mutons gathered on a roof. For no real apparent reason. There's another one hiding down here, so that's at least 4 mutons. So we want Rocketeer, Banksy, and Mama Bear in a reasonable position. As you can see, now this is full cover, but these mutons are elevated, so they might be able to see us sneaking up using that full cover. So Banksy up to here. That's going to be our major firing port. Fire a rocket round the corner, hopefully. Yusuf.
Okay.
There's not going to be enough full cover to go around. We're just going to move up people where they can reload.
Yes, sir.
Owned you up the front as well. Chief Savage Man, sure. And then can we sprint Lurtz all the way in one turn? No, we can't. So let's just move him to the intermediate point. He has low profile, I assume. Well, she, of course. I've made a decision, and as you can see, I'm not really sticking to it. That I want to call. I'm going to use the right pronouns as they apply to the soldier and not the person behind them, because that's probably easier to remember. Well, it's not necessarily easier to remember, but it's easier to give soldiers their own personality rather than just referring to. Because I know most. Well, I don't really talk to most of these people because I don't really talk to anyone because, you know, I'm an antisocial loser shut-in, or however you want to put it. These mutons aren't moving, which could be great. We could just kick it off like that. I'd rather get less suspicion. But anyway, where was I? Oh yes, antisocial loser shut-in. So, but I know enough about everyone who's on this mission that I could, like, sufficiently transcribe their personality onto a soldier. I wouldn't mind getting a muton capture actually. Although that weird whirring sound that I wasn't actually paying attention to, that's just hit me that I should have been paying attention to. It might have been a cyber disc, might have been a drone. Right, so I'd like to move Banksy around here because that's still full cover. It would probably activate though. To the point where I'm going to move Banksy over to here. So that opens up another firing port for a good firer like Yusuf. Mello can stay at the back. See this isn't a firing port because you can't step out to the right and fire. You might be able to step backwards and fire because it's corner cover and then you might have a shot like that. But generally no, so Onju's going to go in there, so he's a tiny bit close to the enemy. That's a good firing port that I don't want Ardis to have. Oh, I didn't think he'd go up there. And Chief Savage Man's probably our next best damage dealer, so he'll take that port. And we are just going to slam a rocket into them, see what happens. We definitely heard drones there at least. Did I overwatch Banksy like a massive twat? I did as well. I'm used. Wait a second. No, I moved Banksy over to here. I forgot I moved Banksy. The entire rationale for doing that whole thing. So shred the muton, see what happens. Reasonable damage on two of them. And since they can't see where it comes from, they don't know where to take cover, we might be able to get a flank on them. Mello should be able to get a flank on them with squad sight, that'd be good. So there's only really there and then coming all the way along this line.
I'm on it, Commander.
So we do need to kill the one that can see Mello, but Mello should be able to do that herself. $15 crit. I know it was shredded, but still. Right, Ardis has quite good mobility and no armor. I should have realised that beforehand. But Lurtz has a shot on everyone. So if he has a shot on everyone, we'll save it until we really need it. Grenade would destroy cover. We could pick that guy off easily. Grenade would probably set the car on fire and they'd have to scatter. CSM can suppress either one of these guys, whoever we want. Lurtz can pick off whoever. Yusuf can move up to half cover to engage this guy and maybe... it's a bit complex at the moment, we're just going to grenade these guys. For the damage as much as anything. Because it will do a reasonable amount of damage. A sapper grenade. See, 2 and 3 damage, it's not that much damage, but if you consider he's only got a laser shatter ray, how much would a laser shatter ray have done? It would have been great if it did 5 damage. Obviously, doing 5 damage to this muton now would kill it. That's the kind of thing you have to consider. Right, is that a flank? That's not a flank because that's corner cover. I'm considering moving Yusuf out to here and we could smoke. With Ryuzaki, because we can move Ryuzaki into the completely safe cover around here. And Yusuf's a big girl. Yusuf does have Sentinel by now, right? Ooh, 1 rank away, so no. I might overwatch anyway.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I'm going to suppress this back muton and hope that it stays still, and then the car exploding will take it out. That just leaves Onju and there's no real good cover for him. So I might just sprint up to there, and I'm not gonna... Not to actually... In fact, I'm gonna sprint him up to here, because he has all the armor, and he's gonna tank for us. They're not gonna move up to flank, because they can only do that by leaving themselves to flank. So suppression on the back muton.
X-ray locked down.
If it moves, CSM will have a good shot. Let's... Might as well go for this one. Hopefully kill it. Ooh! That was like a 96% miss. Ryuzaki over here. Smoke will cover them both, but I want them to shoot at... There we go. Yeah, I'd prefer that smoke. Ardus has no health. It's probably not covering CSM, because CSM's stepping out of this spot to fire in this spot. But we'll see how it goes. He's not going to hit, because he's been suppressed.
Damn it.
But this is why we bought the reinforced armor. When he's suppressing him, is this guy going to move up and flank then? Is that what they're going to try and do? Close range? But these guys are all sitting still, which is brilliant because they're probably going to die this turn. That's why we suppressed. If we can somehow run Ardus up to get a cheeky capture on that guy, that would be ideal. We could suppress again, go for the capture next turn. Although Lurtz can only see that guy. So we might kill him and then concentrate on trying to get a capture on this guy this turn. Because we can do that. We could move Ardus up into where Onju is. How would we lock him down though? We could lock him down with disabling shot, but Lurtz can't see him. I'll tell you what, I'll go for a disabling shot. If it kills this guy, it kills this guy, and that's fine. If he gets the damage reduction roll, this muton, on the disabling shot... Nah, disabling shot's killed him. Ah, that's alright. Because Lurtz wasn't going to do anything. He was either going to disable that guy or kill that guy. Disable, that's perfect. Killing, well that's fine, he was going to do nothing else. We can obviously flank and kill this guy at our leisure, at our complete leisure. I'm just trying to think of a way, just quickly, to see if I can get a capture on him. Because what we want to do, we don't want to flank this guy, because if we flank this guy, he's going to do something stupid. Like running into, like, out of our suppression. Mello does have a flashbang. We could flashbang, suppress, move Ardus into here, then we just need to do 4 damage, at most. And Onju has close combat specialist. So say we move Onju here. That's not a flank. If the muton moves to flank, then Onju will close combat specialist him. Similarly, Yosef, if the guy moves to CC... If the muton moves up here, which it can obviously easily do to flank Onju, Yosef's on Overwatch. CSM can suppress from there, that's good. I'm not sure where this 4 damage is going to come from though. Because it's in good cover. We could like spurn another grenade.
Headed there now.
Hopefully Mello can arc this flashbang grenade to a ridiculous extent. So it's actually got very limited movement now as well. If it moves, we've got suppression on him. I'm not sure how that's suppressing him, but... Oh, XCOM. Right, we've got Ryuzaki, we've got Onju. Onju needs to... And we want to move Ardus up to here. So I mean, even without... It's like a 20% chance, I'd bet. There we go. Because I know what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got Banksy, Ryuzaki. And I mean, that would probably hit, but it'd probably kill him as well. And we can't change to the pistol. Could smoke, but I'd rather save the smoke just in case we need it later. I mean, there's a solution here. And that's like a rocket around there, for example. But that leaves us without Shredder for an upcoming Cyber Disc, which I am not looking forward to. You know what? Next turn, Banksy can move in, SMG it. This could go very wrong, of course. How many stuns are we likely to have? This is a light abduction. We're going to take the 20% chance anyway. It's not going to work, but we're not going to get through all 3 charges anyway. You never know your luck. Overwatch as well. Stay there. Stay down.
Taking fire.
Right, we just need to move on this turn anyway. So what we are going to do is move Ryuzaki up to here. Hopefully not activate anything else. So Ryuzaki can just pull out a pistol. Might kill it. But otherwise do perfect amount of damage. And if we don't get it, we'll just kill it.
Subduing target.
Brilliant.
Looks like you're coming home with us.
I'm not sure if Meld can spawn on this map, to be honest. So I'm not even sure we have that time-sensitive thing to think about. I don't want to move up Onju at all, just in case.
Heading to that location.
We're going to keep people out of cover.
Moving to position.
To reload, make sure we
Reloading.
do not activate a single thing. Reload Darth Alerts.
Headed there now.
Move up Yosef, reload.
We're green to go. We're green to go.
Got it covered.
I wouldn't mind putting Banksy in a better position for the sake of a rocket. And now we can start moving again. We've got Finman and we've got a mechanized pod, and there is Meld on the map. So we're not getting that.
In Bewegung.
Ryuzaki, the forward scout. Because sometimes I really don't know what I'm doing.
I'm on it, Commander.
But like I said earlier on, it is really strange for me to be playing this map, essentially from back to
Heading
front.
that location.
Right, Ryuzaki can reload the pistol when we're at the end of the turn. And not 1 second before. Ardus is doing well.
On my way.
Ardus has done her job.
Come get some.
See, now that I've decided that I'm gonna refer to people by their soldiers' gender pronoun, I can now start assigning ridiculously offensive stereotypical personalities. Like Ardus is gonna be just the friendly southern gal. Boy howdy
Come get some.
is how southern people speak. Not in this country.
Not yet.
If it was this country, it would be, I don't know what. Because in the southwest England, you've got the more West Country. Hello there. All right. Would you like some cider? We're going to stop this train of thought quite quickly.
Will do.
Onju, keep going. There's just echoes coming forward. Now this bit is particularly narrow, as you can see, because there's like a bunch of overturned cars, and there is no room for flanking whatsoever. It's a straight up pitched battle with barely any good cover. I wanted to activate the enemy when I was moving about here, just so we'd have better cover to fight from.
I'm on the move.
On the bright side of that, it means you can't be flanked if you're coming up here, because as you can see, there's literally no ground to flank from. I mean, unless there's floaters up here. Well, and we know there's drones, so yeah, this hasn't been the best decision so far.
Already there.
We want Yosef nearer the front, some quality Overwatch. In fact, we wanted to start moving faster in general, because this is what, 20 minutes in? We dealt with one pod.
Covering now.
And I mean, Lurtz is just fine. I mean, we could move him up to the next tower, It might offer a slightly better line of sight, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest. On an abduction.
Yeah, okay, Quaffy.
And obviously, I'm kind of waiting for sound cues, but the sound cues don't matter. We know where they are. They're going to be straight up this way, because there's literally nowhere else they could be. Right, Mello can move up.
Okay.
If we activate, Mello can fall back. If not, another battle scanner. And obviously, this is the problem here with you've got a lot of full cover as well. If we land a battle scanner on the top of this makeshift tent, you never know what will show us. Hello. And Mello just, talks into our walkie-talkie watch. Oi, Banksy, you'll never believe what is up here. So that is 4. Am I zoomed in like accidentally, or are those like actually really big drones? Because they look quite big. I'll be honest, they look quite dangerous. So we want Onju. Actually, Onju can move all the way up to here, giving up this spot to Banksy. What we might do is have Lurch snipe at the Thin Man. Hopefully kill it. And then the rest of the mechanised gang will just come straight forward towards us. I keep motioning with my hands. Like, come straight towards us, moving my hands towards me, and in a come hither kind of motion. Maybe I should... No, I'll stop that thought before it began. I was about to say maybe I should have a webcam hooked up. And splice it in, which would just be stupid, really. Popular YouTubers do that, but then that's because people who like popular YouTubers are idiots. Said Kimichi 2015.
On Overwatch.
Right, CSM could do with being up as well.
Motor.
Did I just send him to the top accidentally? No, I didn't. It's fine. But Lurtz, you're still fine. Oh fuck! I did not mean to fire. That was I hit 1 instead of 2. And that is hell. That is hellacious. That is dumb as hell. Oh, come on now. What? I've sworn anyway, but what a fuck up that is. That's not tactical. That is just not paying enough attention, pressing the wrong button. These guys are in danger. Mello's in a lot of danger. Can we get a smoke grenade over there? That's the nearest Ryuzaki can get. Maybe, hopefully they'll shoot at Onju. Oh Christ, Lurch, you've jumped the gun this time, pal.
Ich hab alles im Blick. Roger. I've got my eyes.
You fucked it up this time, Lurch. They were 2 separate pods. That's a real blessing at this point. That's genuinely probably the best thing that could happen to us. Please be shooting at Onju. Whoa, that could have killed her. That's so close to a flank.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
We are so lucky. For so many reasons. That would have to be quite a ridiculous shredder rocket to actually kill both of them.
What, Tibia?
But XCOM is a ridiculous game. And M-Kom has a ridiculous commander who makes really completely boneheaded mistakes. But it's fine. Right, Lurtz has now got a good shot on the Thin Man. He can actually be helpful instead of, killing the rest of the team. That could be good for a capture, you never know. The rest of the team could probably deal with 4 drones and not die while Ardus moves up. Although we've not got anywhere really good to move up to. I mean, that's full cover. Would that activate the drones? Possibly.
10-4.
And we do also need to finish this Thin Man. But then we can finish him off by just moving up to here. Alright, Mello can definitely finish him.
Moving to position.
And at least put holo targeting on. What? What? How can you not see that Thin Man? Right, okay. Yosef will finish off the Thin Man. I wanted to keep Yosef back for sake of Overwatch, but...
Nailed him. Target confirmed. On our way.
Right, the rest, it's just 4 drones. What could possibly go wrong with 4 drones?
Roger, tracking. Covering now.
Oh, the drone's not even moving. Hey, if we kill all the drones this time, we might still get that meld.
On it.
Run up the road, you activate them, bring them towards us.
Going in for the kill.
What could go wrong?
Got something over here.
Trust in me. Oh, are they not coming forward at all? Right, you're dead.
Bye-bye.
Let's can go for the one right at the back, since we'd least like to have a shot on it. That's a good thumbnail.
He's down. I need ammo.
Mellow. Could have done with having a shot there. We're not going to have shots up here because it's all full cover. I've just had a really stupid idea. My idea is to move up everyone into no cover and Overwatch.
Heading to that location.
In some kind of real desperate attempt to get the meld. Because come on, what's the worst that could happen? These guys have all got good armor. I mean, Mello doesn't. But Mello can move up to here and actually take a shot. Oh, with a laser strike rifle, you can't even do that.
Roger
Like,
that.
Yosef,
I'm on it.
and see, this is gonna work.
Touchdown.
Ardis could be killed by 2 hits from them. Ardis can move up to here.
Moving to Overwatch.
It's not gonna work and the meld's gonna last another turn anyway, it's gonna be amazing. Alright, Yosef's gonna kill this one. Oh.
Missed the target.
Well, this plan was just fucked from the start.
They're moving around the side.
Finally, someone.
Ausgeschaltet.
You never know, this one might come straight into own you and get close combated. It really might.
Cover my flank.
Come on, that's close combat. I don't know if the meld's expired. I mean, let's go have a look. Can you see meld? I can't see meld.
X-ray neutralized. We nailed it, Commander. Mission accomplished.
Right, it was a light abduction. It was always going to be easy, but I did my best to inject an element of fantasy and fun into Operation Empty Hydra. It was in South Africa. That dam is incidentally supposed to be in France in the story. So I was come back straight north to Poland.
I figured the aliens would put up more of a fight. They didn't look so tough this time around.
Yeah, but this was the light abduction, literally the easiest mission you can get. Now, Onju is just my typical flexible assault. So it's between Ranger and Heavy extra conditioning, and extra conditioning is pretty great. CSM could go rapid fire, could go double tap, but then I don't think CSM really has the mobility to take advantage of rapid fire, which is you'd get 2 shots with both of them, but rapid fire you need to get in closer to make up for the 15 aim penalty, and obviously you can move before you take a rapid fire in a turn. I prefer double tap in general to rapid fire where it's available. And longbow dufflets. What on earth am I doing with dufflets? Well, I'm not going to accents with a sniper. Probably just ranger, to be honest. So there we have it. We did get a muton capture. We've got an alien grenade. I'm going to look at getting on and researching those. So we stopped those guys in Port Elizabeth. And I'm gonna make an effort to stop trying to, you know, stop doing things nice and cleanly on the base management, and just take things as they come. Experimental warfare is up next. Have we started building our mech suits yet? Yes, we have. So we are just waiting for experimental warfare up next. The Gatling laser is here. Ooh, 15 Finman corpses for that. Not right now. We'll see how many Finman corpses we have after I get the grenades. The chem grenades. Now, I think new combat systems is what we need for these for these chem grenades. I'm gonna have to stop the video, like, probably here, because I do not know what I'm doing next, so I'll look it up and be right back with you. Now, as difficult as it might be to believe, I actually had it 100% right. What we need for chem grenades is new combat systems in the foundry, so we'll begin that just now. That was unlocked by experimental warfare.
The foundry is already warmed up. I'll make sure to notify you as soon as production is finished.
Dr. Bros, paging Dr. Bros. So this... Oh, I was just going to go straight for a mutant autopsy, but now that I see Gauss weapons staring me right in the face, I could be tempted. And 100% of the time that I've said I could be tempted in that voice, I was always tempted, and it's always worked out well for me. So, what we could research here is just a matter of what we want to prioritise. Muton autopsy. Why I would research this? It would give us alien grenades. Especially now that we've captured a muton and we've gotten its alien grenade. Unlike in vanilla XCOM, well, alien grenades. First of all, a grounding. Alien grenades 101. They are essentially HE grenades which destroy cover, but they're far more powerful and they do far more environmental damage. So these would be useful inside UFOs, which are structurally far tougher than everywhere else. We could reliably destroy cover with them, especially with sapper engineers, which are all our engineers. That's why I want alien grenades. Gauss weapons are the next tier of weapons over lasers, and you lose the accuracy bonus from lasers, but you gain damage. And for example, the Gauss long rifle, which is the equivalent of sniper, has far less ammo, but it has heat ammo by default. It is amazing. Even far into the end game, it is amazing for killing robots. Other things we might go for here are advanced aerospace concepts, which gives us a lot of things in the foundry, which will improve our aircraft's armour, improve their ability to dodge, really decrease their repair time. We could always do with that. You could always do with doing all these UFO analysis when they come down to a single day, because it lets you do more damage against them, and you're not going to be able to research faster than a single day. To that point, I'm actually going to do UFO analysis scout next. But then I'll probably just hit scan and it will be finished immediately.
Contact detected.
No way! No way! Come on! Come on now. This is an actual piss take. Alright, nap of the Earth, it's going to land. 13th of July, it's probably going to be fine. It's not going to be a trap. We could always do with more alloys, more Illyrium. I'm going to ignore it. What interceptors do we have anyway? Oh, Boomerdoculus could easily kill it. I'm going to let it land, hopefully. I don't really want to scan on in case it doesn't land, because what happens here is that this is on a straight trajectory. If it turns a corner, it means it's not going to land, essentially. So it's going to slow down. It's going to land in Norway to attack Germany. See, that was kind of a corner, but it's just stopped coming to land. I click scan for activity, it's going to land.
Contact detected.
Brilliant. The one thing about actually, how close are we to UFO? Well, it's not going to tell us, it's just going to be a single day. But not only does it let you do more damage against scouts, but it also gives you more alloys. I don't know if it's more alloys from attacking in general or just more alloys from a crash. But anyway, we didn't get it complete in time, which is utterly ridiculous. But in any case, small scout, good mission, let's hop to it. You know, I don't know why, but for some reason I'm not really happy with the makeup of this team. It's like, I really couldn't even begin to tell you why. It's just a feeling I get. I mean, we've got Cheeky, capture expert with the arc thrower, with the SMG, with the lighter armor, so we can get in there. Gob, therefore, with the laser rifle. Bringing Gob because I haven't told Gob that she's going to become a mech yet. I'm going to have to break the news gently, obviously. But Gob is relatively close to leveling up, and I think mechs get less experience than normal troops. It's harder to level up a mech. But mechs, when you turn someone into a mech, they retain their experience levels in this version of Long War. So if we can get Gob up to the next level, that could make a lot of difference. When, or if, because you know, gameplay-wise, it's the right decision to turn Gob into our first mech. But you know, it's heartbreaking. I might not do it. And like, I don't know, one of our other Rocketeers could be out for like 40 days, and that would make making them into a mech a better gameplay decision. But we'll continue to train up Anok, Tribute's back, training up Bros, Captain Kamichi's come along, and now that we've finally got, you know, the laser LMG, Kamichi's not going to be using it. Kamichi's just got the normal auto laser, because I want to save Devlin Caster for the XCOM mission, if necessary. I want to save Shamed for that mission, which left us CSM is fatigued. That only left Kamichi as a gunner. I thought, might as well. Katie's come along because I wanted a scout. Katie's our fastest scout. Well, Katie being a he is that's a bit. That puts me off, because most of these names are gender neutral. Like maybe Bros is a guy. James. But James is a guy. But right, I'm just too gender confused at the moment. So we are just going to be off to deal with this landed scout in the northern polar regions of Norway. It's probably quite close to the Arctic Circle. It looked quite north. Oh, it's not that high. Not anywhere near as high as I thought. It's still going to be quite chilly. XCOM are going to pack their thermals.
Our target site is near the German border.
Well, look at all these lacquer sleeves.
We've tracked the UFO landing site to an isolated location in the countryside. We should move in and secure the site before the aliens have time to regroup.
So we'll be going hard and fast next time on this landed scout in Operation Banished Line. I hope to see you later.